ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶ ಶಾರದಾ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ರಾಮಾಯ ರಾಮಭದ್ರಾಯ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರಾಯ ವೇದಸೆ ರಘುನಾಥಾಯ ನಾಥಾಯ ಸೀತಾಯ ಪತಯೇ ನಮಃ. Welcome to all for this session on Ramayana to chapter 7 of Aranya Kanda. In the previous chapter, we saw Sharabhanga having seen Sri Rama, having paid respect to Sri Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita, decided to give up his body, burnt his body on the funeral pyre, and with his celestial body, he went to the Brahmaloka. That also shows the great belief or the great trust that is there in the Sanatana Dharma that we are mortal beings only wearing this body to go around. And when the purpose of this body is over, we simply burn this body on the funeral pyre and leave ourselves in back to the heavens. Rama, the scourge of his enemies, accompanied by his brother Sita and the sages, approached the hermitage of Sutikshna, and having proceeded far and crossed many deep rivers, he beheld a wonderful mountain as high as Mount Meru. Probably since Rama is moving from the northern plains of Ganga towards the southern the forest of Dandaka, probably this high mountain must be the Vindhya mountains. Thereafter, those two scions of House of Raghu went forward with Sita through a forest filled with many kinds of trees, and having penetrated into that dense woodland, abounding in trees laden with flowers and fruit, Rama observed in a solitary spot a hermitage decorated with garlands and bars. There he beheld the sage Sutikshna, a mine of asceticism, his hair matted, covered with dust, seated in the lotus posture, and addressed him, saying, O blessed one, I am Rama, who have come here to behold you. Be gracious enough, O virtuous and illustrious Rishi, O essence of sanctity, please speak to me. Seeing Ramachandra, the sage, foremost of the ascetics, took him in his arms and addressed him thus: Be yourself welcome, O best of the Raghus, O Rama, chief of virtuous men. Henceforth, this hermitage which you have entered has a protector. I have waited for you, O illustrious hero, and for this reason did not ascend to the region of the gods, leaving my body here on earth. I had heard that you are being banished from your kingdom and had gone to Chitrakuta. O Kakustha, chief of the gods, Shatakritu Indra, have come here, and approaching me, that mighty king of the celestial made it known to me that I had conquered all the worlds by virtue of my good karma. All those blessings acquired by the divine sages through asceticism, I offer it to you. Do yourself enjoy them with your consort and Lakshmana. To that great and illustrious sage of rigid vows and devout speech, Rama, the master of his senses, replied as Vasava addresses Brahma, saying, O illustrious sage, I myself have conquered the worlds, yet in accordance with the command received by me, I have elected to dwell in the great forest. You are possessed of everything, yet are engaged in the welfare of all beings, were the words of the ascetic Sharabhanga, that Gautama of great soul to me. Hearing the Rama's words, the great Rishi, renowned throughout the world, graciously addressed him, saying, Do yourself live in this hermitage, O Rama, which is pleasant and frequented by companies of sages, where one may gather roots and fruit in all seasons, where herds of marvelous deer gather without injuring any, and come and go, enchanting all with their beauty. No harm is to be encountered here, save that deer bring about. Hearing the words of the great Rishi, the elder brother of Lakshmana, lifting up his bows and arrows, said, O blessed Lord, what could be more unfortunate than that I, with my bow and sharp burnished arrows, should slay those deers that gathered here, and thus give you pain? For this reason, I shall not sojourn long in this sanctuary. Having spoken thus, Rama became silent and performed his evening devotions. Thereafter, with Sita and Lakshmana, he prepared to pass the night in Sutikshna's enchanting hermitage. The evening having passed and night fallen, the magnanimous Sutikshna with his own hands distributed hulled grain, traditional food of the ascetics, to those lions among men, having paid homage to them. Thus ended chapter 7 of Aranya Kanda in Ramayana. Please note that Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita, though they have entered the forest, they are still Kshatriyas. They have not become, they wear the garb of ascetics, but they also wear the bow and arrows, and they are still Kshatriyas. They go around for hunting the animal and they devour the animal meat, and at the same time, they never leave anyone who is causing problem for the good people. So they kill the demons, they kill the wild animals, and that such a thing is not acceptable in a hermitage. That is why Rama is saying that he do not want to stay with those ascetics. He wanted to stay away because each one need to maintain their own varna dharma. They need to maintain the dharma according to their class. Rama here is not an ascetic. He is not a one who simply came there to do his penance or to do any spiritual practice. He came there at the orders of his father, and as a Kshatriya, it is his duty, bounden duty, to protect good people as well as the good animals. And for that purpose, he can involve in any violent activity. And it is because of the same reason at Chitrakuta the demons were feared of him, and they tried to trouble the ascetics there. And he do not want the same to be repeated here in the hermitage of Sutikshna, and so he wanted to go away. And that is what is practicable because a kshatriya should be always wielding the arms and he should perform his duty. A kshatriya should perform the duty of protecting the society. A vaishya should perform his duty of doing the financial transaction to maintain the economics of the society, while a brahmana should involve in the knowledge gathering, involved in R&D activity, research and development activities kind of a thing, whereas a shudra should involve in the services to the society by getting the salaries, and if that doesn't happen the society cannot survive. Namaste Sharada Devi, Kashmira Puravasini, Swamaham Prathaye Nityam, Vidya Danancha Dehime. Goodbye.